are here in San Mateo, California at Maker Faire. This is our third year here and it has been a blast. It's a very windy and blustery day, but that doesn't stop us from crafting.
Nothing can stop us from crafting.
And Cindy is going to show us a really cool project done with dye.
Yeah. I've been recycling, upcycling again. Snitched one of my husband's old white t-shirts.
Sorry, Darren.
And I'm just literally tearing strips, small strips.
So are you just like starting a little snip and then just tear?
I started it with a little snip and then I'm just tearing it into little strips. And
it kind of curls when you go.
Purposely did it in all different sizes, but I wanted them small. That was the main thing because I'm going to be grouping them together for the project and I didn't want anything too chunky.
Very good.
So once you get your aggressions out and have your whole pile of torn up little strips, then you braid.
And I gave you this tip on the clipboard, didn't I?
Yes, Anna saved me. I was trying to braid. I won't even tell you how. And
it was actually my next door neighbor girls told me this tip, but whatever.
To clip them into a clipboard and just regular straight over braiding.
Now, you don't do, I don't know, I haven't been going really tight. You want to go tight like when you're braiding hair?
You don't have to.
Does it matter?
You don't have to. I was very careless on all of my braids. I wanted it to be kind of random. Okay. This is supposed to be a simple project. It's actually going to be done by a third grade class that I work with for their spring craft fair.
Oh, by the way, this is what we're making.
Yeah, we're
forgot to tell you about that.
A little twist on the fun friendship bracelet.
So after we're all done braiding.
After we're all done braiding, then I wanted to add some color. Now you could use colored t-shirts, but not many of us have all the colors you might possibly want. So I went to RIT liquid dye. My fallback for everything these days is RIT liquid dye. And to do that, I just took a half a cup of hot water. You want real hot water. You can either boil it or you can put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to get it really hot. And once you have the hot water...
Can I move this out of the way?
Yes, you can. You want to wear disposable gloves because the dye is dye. And it is going to
Unless you want red hands.
Unless you want red hands and everything else. So you shake it to begin with.
And you just want to follow the manufacturer's
directions. Yeah, you're following the directions
on the jar.
And I am actually putting a tablespoon of dye into the half a cup of water. And then just stir it.
And I really think the nice part about Cindy dyeing the white t-shirt, the colors are fabulous.
They're so vibrant, they really are.
I mean, you're not going to find these colors if you went and tore up your kids' t-shirts.
No, you can't get the custom colors, but... All right, if you want to hand me back the little braid, yes. All right. Now, I purposely, when we started to braid this, I did not knot it at the top because we're going to be grouping them together and otherwise you've got too big of a chunk. So I left it open and I just used another little scrap that I had tore off.
That's really smart because you don't want a big knot.
Otherwise, you end up with a big honking knot.
Okay. And if you wanted to use like quilting thread, you could do that too, right? Just wrap some thread around. You always try to get thread in there whenever I can.
I just used what was here and this was here, So I just tied it off.
Okay.
And then I tied off the other end. Okay. And we'll pretend we did that. And once I had a whole pile of the braids and I determined the colors that I wanted to use, you just pop it in the dye.
So you said you're actually doing this as a project with a classroom.
Third grade class. We're doing they do a fundraiser every spring. They have a craft fair and the kids make the projects and they sell them and all the money goes to charity. And this year it's going to the tornado relief from North Carolina where I come from where we've had a lot of damage. So I leave it in 30 seconds or so. And then you would
just, as tense as you want the color, right?
Yeah, you can. And then I took it out, and if I still had my gloves on, I could spread it out. And then I would pop it in the microwave.
Oh, you're gonna put it in the microwave?
Pop it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes.
Just on
just on a paper towel.
Dish?
You can put it on a plate, put it on a paper towel, and microwave. You don't want to do it too long because it'll cook your t-shirt.
So what are you saying? Like 30 seconds? Give me an idea. A minute? Okay.
A minute or so. Just to kind of give it an edge. You can also let it air dry, but the heat is the trick with the RIT dye.
Wow.
It heat sets it, and it gets your colors good and vibrant. So we're going to just get this out of the way and pretend that we have our nice little pile of dyed braids and we know what we want to do. And I'm coordinating with these fun buttons from Blumenthal Lansing.
I know, they have such really cool buttons.
Fun buttons.
I love their buttons.
They're so much fun. They have translucent ones and wooden ones and they're just so much fun. But I digress.
Okay. Peace out.
So I took 5 braids.
Okay.
And again, they do not have the big knots on the end because I didn't want the bulk. Took another extra piece of the dye. That's why they're kind of raggedy on the ends, so that I have these extra pieces. And tied that off together.
Okay.
So then you get to this point. Now I've left one of them longer.
Okay, so honestly, did you wrap each one of these with the little tie at the end, right?
You can either do that, or you can just take
leave it?
or you can just take two ends and tie it.
Okay, okay.
But you're really going to tie it together with the extra piece, so it doesn't matter if they're not all finished off on the end.
I was a little confused. I didn't want you to be
No, well, it is.
confused too.
It's yeah. But I purposely, and I didn't measure these any specific length. You know, you can make them as they give a little bit because it's t-shirt. So, but the longer one is actually going to become the button loop. So once you get your 5 together,
okay,
I just gathered them together again.
So do you have to, could you do it with 3 if you don't want to do it with 5?
You could do it with 3. You could do one big braid.
Oh, okay.
A big chunky braid. You could do a big braid with 3 different colored dyed t-shirts.
Oh, that's a good idea, and a little wider piece. Okay,
I
great.
wanted to be able to either twist it, or I wanted it to be able to be kind of just loose with the different colors. But so then same thing, I'm just tying it together, but with this longer one.
We want to get that one out of the, okay.
We're going to cut off. Just get that out of the way.
Okay.
Okay. With the longer one, I turned it around and looped it.
Before you tie it?
Before I tie it.
Okay.
And that's going to become the loop for your button.
Oh, the loop for the
button.
Button, okay.
I experimented with a few different ways to do that, but this seemed to be the strongest.
It's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, you've already got the braid, and then, so you just tie it good and tight. Tie it in a nice little knot.
We've got some music in the background.
Yeah, we're having a little funky music going on.
It's Maker Faire.
Yeah, this is, hey, Maker Faire is crazy. That's the way it is. We love it. And then I just trimmed it off again. Now, because you've tied it tight, you don't have to worry about the ends.
Okay.
And I don't want too much bulk.
Right.
So. So then you get to this point where you've got your 2 ends tied. It's not too bulky. You've got your little loop. Then we just took a regular needle and thread and sewed our button on the end without the loop.
Okay.
Which is how
we'll just bring this one in.
Get this one over.
So you can see right here, there's the button, and here, let's just unloop this.
Just unloop it.
Like that. That's great. Then we'll just loop it back over.
Yeah, it just loops back on, and that's how it holds the, and again, because it's t-shirt, it gives a little bit, so you don't have to worry, oh, is my loop going to go over my button exactly? I mean, you want to eyeball it and kind of know.
Yeah, it's really fun.
But it just kind of stretches.
I really like them. And this one you put 2 on.
2 buttons.
So you did 2 buttons.
Yeah, I mean, you could
use... put it at the bottom and said, no, they're so cute, I want them on top.
You can use plain buttons, but these buttons make it so much fun. They're part of the bracelet.
Let's talk about this little
This was Anna's brainchild. She said, what about a headband? You could make a headband. So we made a little matching headband to go with our bracelet.
And, okay, folks, to make a little headband, you sew a little piece of elastic.
Which I learned from Anna. I have 2 boys. Headbands, not in my world.
Yeah, I know. It's not in your vocabulary. So just a little hand stitch, just like you do the button, a little piece of elastic.
Stitched it on.
Here again, if it's a little girl, anywhere from 3 to 10, it's about 19 to 20 inches.
20 inches, we figured.
Okay.
Yeah, we Googled it.
Anyway, this is, what a cute little gift to do. You know, if you're going to a birthday party, you don't always have to buy a purchase gift.
And kids love friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
And this is just a twist on that. And I do have to mention that I have boys, and I'm making these bracelets, and I'm thinking they're not going to want any part of this. Well, in they come. Mom, you're going to make us some. We want one in brown, army green, and black camo, and we want one in black with a skull button.
Oh, that's really
because
cute.
the boys like the friendship bracelets and the little braided bracelets too. So we're going to be whipping out some boyish ones for the spring fair too.
Cindi, this is a really great idea. I really like this. It's simple. It's recycling.
It's quick. It's upcycling.
It's bringing back dyeing, and it's just a really fun project.
It's doable for almost any age group.
Thank you so much, and thank you to Blumenthal Lansing and to Rit Dye for providing us with products today.
Thank you.
And hey, you know what they say?
When creativity knocks,
open the door.